I think the best piece of advice that I can give anybody that's thinking is now time for change. Do I want to try something new? Is what I'm doing right for me? Is to accept that they're not alone, because having uncertainty in what you're doing and knowing if you're doing the right thing is the most commonplace feeling in the workplace. At any given time, a larger percentage of people are unhappy in work, unsatisfied in work, and disengaged than are the opposite. And that's just the nature of work, because people say do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But that's fundamentally more difficult to apply than it is to actually talk about. So putting that into practice is really challenging. And I think the starting point for a lot of people when they need a new job is that they look at what they've done and they look for a new environment. And that sometimes works. So I've done this, I've trained in this, and I'm an expert in this. I just don't fit this company or this culture. So you look for another company or culture. And sometimes that works, because you can have good organizations and bad organizations, and you can ply your trade in both and enjoy one more than the other. But I think you've got to take a step back and first of all say, is what I'm doing that's making me unhappy, or is the people I'm working with, the organisation I'm working for, making me unhappy? And it's more important to identify that first than it is to change the job, because otherwise it's frying pan into fire territory. People can do a few things in order to work out which of those it is. First of all, look around the organisation you work for and be honest with yourself. What's the net promoter score? What does Glassdoor say about the business I work for? What are my colleagues saying in the kitchen at lunchtime? Is it the organisation or is it the work? So then look at the work. Do you enjoy what you're doing? Are you working on a computer, and when you look at the computer, are you staring into space wishing you were doing something else? Are you daydreaming? So try and just separate the two and identify, is it the organisation or is it the work? And if it's the organisation, double down on the work. If the work is right, find a better place to apply your trade. But if it's not, and there's a gnawing feeling that it's the work, that's often where people get stuck. And the hardest thing to do is to get unstuck.